Have you ever noticed how casually some people will talk about the worst case scenario? How easy it is for them to let their mind and their mouth go to the worst, darkest possible outcome. And sometimes they'll even laugh it off as a joke. Yeah, that's not healthy. And it's not a joke, it's not funny. And if you are in the habit of doing that, it's time to break that habit right now today. I understand that intrusive thoughts can sometimes creep in, but it's time to start catching those and cutting them off. Starve self deprecating, negative, worst case scenario thoughts. They do not need to take up a second of your time, any space in your brain, and they certainly shouldn't use a single breath from your lungs to be manifested through your mouth. If you speak negatively, you will experience more negativity. So it's time to start doing your very best to catch those thoughts when you're thinking them and stop them in their tracks. Whoa, nope, not thinking that anymore. Turning over a new leaf. And I know that it is impossible to catch every single thought that you think throughout the day. You don't need to catch all of them, but you do need to become mindful and more self aware. So practice catching yourself when you get lost in those thoughts. And thinking them is one thing, but speaking them out loud over yourself and your life or your loved ones, that is totally different. Even if you can't stop yourself from thinking them at that time, do not say them. Nothing good comes from speaking negatively. Our words are spells and our voices are magic. Have you ever listened to someone sing or speak and you think, wow, I could listen to them all day? Their voice is like magic. That's because it is. We get to communicate with each other as humans in a way that no other mammals that we know of do. That is such a gift. Why would we waste that gift spewing negativity, hate, and fear into the world? We shouldn't. We shouldn't. So it's time to stop adding to that issue and catch yourself. Don't say your worst, negative, darkest thoughts out loud. So I want you to become super aware of the words that you speak over yourself, your life, and your loved ones because they do matter. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back for another video. I'm Jaden if you're new here, and if not, hey girl, it's good to see you again. On this channel, we talk about self-development, mindset, and how to become our best selves from the inside out. So, subscribe if you vibe, go ahead and hit that like button for me. And FYI, in case you didn't know, aside from YouTube, I am also a women's mindset and confidence coach. So, if you resonate with me, my message, my energy, then you can book a one-on-one call with me and I can give you advice specific to you and your situation. You can also get my offerings on there. My new ebook, The Glow Up Guide, will help you level up from the inside out. I also have a free mini ebook called Confidence is Key. It's going to be the Stan Store link. You can book a call with me. You can get any offerings, ebooks, all on there. So check that out if you're interested. And without further ado, let's get back into today's video. If you're one of those people that thinks putting yourself down is a good form of humor, you're wrong. It's not. What starts out as a joke turns into a belief. The more you do that, the more you belittle yourself, the more you put yourself down in front of others, all to get a laugh out of people, the more you teach yourself that you deserve that. The more you feel like a joke because you're always making yourself the joke when you're in a social setting. Stop doing that. And if someone else is making fun of you and trying to make you the butt of their joke, no, put a stop to that. Not going to happen. You don't even always have to verbally say something if you're not quite comfortable doing that yet. But at the very least, try to keep a straight face, stay silent, and just look at them. When they see, and the rest of the group sees that you're not laughing at that, they should follow suit and be like, oh, you know what? The person that this joke is about didn't laugh. Maybe I shouldn't laugh. Maybe that was rude. Let me chill. And if they don't, you don't need to be around those people. Now, I love a good crack for all my Irish people out there. I love a good roast. Just be mindful. There is a point where it goes too far. So don't be the person that goes too far on yourself, trying to beat everybody else to the punch and make fun of yourself so that they don't have the chance to. It's not cute. It doesn't make people respect you. It literally does the opposite. And the more you do that to yourself, the more you also signal to other people that it's okay for them to make fun of you as well. Also, whenever you make jokes about yourself, you draw attention to the things that you actually want to hide from people. So instead of making you look, oh, kind of nonchalant, kind of chill, haha, it makes you look insecure. It makes you look like, I'm going to make this joke about myself before anyone else has the chance to. because I know that's what they're all thinking. I know that's what they're all staring at. They probably didn't even notice or definitely wouldn't have commented on whatever you just made a joke about. But because you've now drawn attention to it, you've now opened it up for everyone else to take a crack at you. And then you're going to go home, cry yourself to sleep, and be like, dang, they were so mean to me. I'm so sensitive. Why were they really going in on me like that? Okay, because you opened the door. You made everyone else think that it was okay to treat you that way, to talk about you that way, to laugh at you like that. Because every time you put yourself down to lift others up just to get a laugh, you are subconsciously telling yourself and others that it is okay to belittle you. It is okay to make fun of you, to laugh at you, not with you. And it's not. That's how you continue to end up in relationships and in situations where you are made to feel less than, where you are made to feel insecure, where you are made to feel embarrassed. If you're wondering why that keeps happening, maybe you should take a look in the mirror and realize how you are speaking to yourself. How do you speak to yourself when you look in the mirror? How do you speak to yourself when you maybe didn't do as well as you wanted to? If there's room for improvement, that's fine. We pretty much all have room to improve, but start that today. You don't have to continue going through life being a doormat for everyone else, being the laughing stock of everyone's jokes. You don't have to continue to do that. You can decide right now today that you are up leveling internally and externally. It usually starts with the internal. And, external things can help, but they'll only help so much. They'll only get you so far before it's like, okay, it's time to put down the weights and pick up a pen and maybe write out your feelings, or pick up the phone and get on a call with a therapist, get on a call with a life coach. There comes a time when you have to look within, because as within, so without. If you don't like the way people are treating you, start looking at how you're treating you. Because whether you say it or not, people can pick up on the energy. It's subconscious, it's energetic, it's magnetic, or it's not. We're all magnetizing something, somebody. But whether or not you are attracting what you desire, that's what we got to look at. And if you're not, it's time to change things. The more you treat yourself like a joke, the more other people will too. That wears on your self-esteem. And then you'll wonder why no one feels safe to be around, why no one feels safe to open up to. How can you feel safe around others when you're always allowing them to make fun of you? You're not going to, because deep down, you don't actually want to make fun of yourself. You don't actually want others to make fun of you because it's not actually funny after a while. But when this is a coping mechanism for you, no, you can't continue like that, because really, then no one will feel safe. And then anytime you have an uncomfortable or negative emotion, you'll try to laugh it away instead of feeling it and working through it, because that's the only way that it's going to pass. The more you suppress it, the sadder you get. And that can manifest as physical ailments in your body. So we need to start feeling our feelings and letting them go. And all those times that you laughed at yourself with everyone else, you actually wanted to cry, didn't you? Maybe not every time, but a lot of them. You actually wanted to unload what's been weighing on you, but you didn't want to bother anyone else. Better to laugh than cry, right? Sometimes it is. If you know that laughing through something will keep you from like totally spiraling and becoming depressed, okay, fine. But if you always are trying to laugh instead of cry, crying is exactly what you need to do. And always letting your mind wander off to the worst possible outcome takes a toll on your inner peace. So if you continue to do that, there will come a point where you don't have any inner peace at all anymore, because you're always thinking about the worst thing that could happen. No wonder you live in fear. No wonder you're scared to actually go out there and live your life. You're scaring yourself before you even take the first step. Whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. A quote from Henry Ford. We're all on this earth, but we're all experiencing a different version of it. Isn't that crazy? It's like my experience in this world is completely different than yours, and vice versa. We may have some similarities, there may be some overlap due to various things, but we all have a different experience. Someone who's extremely poor has a different experience of living life on this earth than somebody who's extremely wealthy. Someone who loves to sing and finds a way to express that, finds a way to get on stage or finds a way to post a video about it, They didn't let their negative thoughts of, oh, I'm not the best, or oh, I don't have enough training, they didn't let that get in the way. But some people love to sing and would love to share that and express that with the world, but they won't go audition. They won't make a video and post it because what will other people think? Will everyone else think I'm awful? I don't know. Better just not to try. No, that's not true. But whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So if you think that, oh, well, if I go audition for this, then I probably won't get the role, you're right. But if you think, I'm going to go and audition for this and I'm going to do the best that I can, and if I get the role, that's going to be amazing. Can't wait to see what happens. I'm going to put myself out there regardless. Whether it goes my way or it doesn't, at least I tried. That person is also right. Which person do you think is more likely to get the role? Yeah, exactly. Another quote I'm going to hit you guys with is stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. From Albert Einstein. Who wants to be around somebody like that? Let this be your wake-up call if you tend to be a negative person. Nobody wants to be around someone who's always bringing the vibe down. You don't want to be that person that everyone else wants to stay away from. Keep an arm's length between, because you let the darkness of your negativity snuff out the light within you. I understand how difficult it can be to pull yourself out of a dark headspace. I know that we cannot be happy and positive all the time. We're not meant to be. But if you find it difficult to ever be positive or ever even be neutral, then you might have a chemical imbalance and need to seek professional help. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Let's destigmatize getting help, okay? It's better to get the help that you need and improve than to let your ego keep you suffering in silence. Another quote I'm going to hit y'all with is, what you think about, you bring about, from Bob Proctor. He was in The Secret. I don't know if any of you watched that. He has all kinds of amazing teachings. He's passed away now, but amazing mind. Go check him out. We are manifesting all day, every day, whether you realize it or not. So do your best to start thinking about what you do want instead of dwelling on what you don't. This is going to take conscious, continuous effort on your part. But the more you practice this, the more you build a palace in your mind instead of a prison. Stop preparing for the worst. What good is that doing us? None. It's just raising your cortisol levels. Instead of asking yourself, oh, I don't know, but what if it doesn't work out? Start asking yourself, what if it does work out? What if it works out even better than I imagined it would? It's so normal to prepare for the worst, but it's not so normal to prepare for the best. Interesting, isn't it? So that's something I want you to think about and take into this next week, this next month, the rest of your life. What would happen if you started preparing for the best instead of the worst? What you rehearse in your mind is more likely to happen. So if you're constantly rehearsing what you'll do if this person blows up on you, if they get mad, or if you lose that job, or whatever, that's more likely to happen than what if this person responds incredibly well and our relationship deepens? What if I get promoted? What if I get a raise? What if I start this business and it works out? What if I take the leap and start posting these videos and they start resonating with people and I grow a community and maybe even go viral a couple times? See how the energy is so much different. It's so much happier. It's so much brighter than thinking about, speaking about, and preparing for the worst. That's something we got to stop doing in 2025, guys. Yeah. I know that's going to be difficult for all my ruminators. I'm one too. Trust me, I get it. We're not going to be perfect, unfortunately. But we can be better than we were. We can be happier than we were. Just might take a little effort, some helpful habits, a better routine, but it can be done. So let's train our minds to go in an upward spiral instead of a downward one. It is never too late to change for the better. Start speaking love over your life and watch how much brighter it gets. I know it sounds kind of corny, but it's true. Thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out with me to the end of this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you vibe. Helps the channel out so much. And Also, you can book a call with me. You can get any of my offerings with the link in the description box. It's also in the description of my channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.